I've even done research about the positivity bias on social media and how we just are inclined to only put our best face forward on social media. And that's not uncommon in everyday life. When you go to the office, when you go and meet up with people outside, it's not uncommon to like put on an outfit you feel good in, to you know, to groom yourself the way that you feel most attractive. So it makes sense that the stuff we put on social media is emblematic of that too, of how we want to be perceived in our best light, and that we'll post things that make us seem positive, attractive, popular, interesting, fun. But because of the staticness of this and the filtering out of unflattering content, again, when you get a social media side of someone, you're only getting their selectively edited self because of the positivity bias too on social media. So then the comparisons too, you're more likely to compare them higher to you because you're, I mean, Sylvia, right, is probably observing this maybe in her sweats at home after a long day, like, oh no. And now she's seeing like these curated, edited photos of Tina and only what she's willing to be allowed to the general public. And it could just might ring a whole lot of alarm bells. So,
right.
Yeah, we've mostly been looking at this in terms of romantic jealousy because it explains, one, why social media lends to that. So far, that work has been, for the most part, atheoretical. Now we have a model that predicts and explains why this happens and what people can do. Like, one of the coolest findings we had in return was, in some of our open-ended questions, the feedback we got was very interesting. We found that when there was just an authentic conversation about the partners or observers' concerns, it opened up new lines of communication in relationship. It fostered trust, understanding, and empathy, and actually brought people to closer. Like, I'd assumed talking about these sorts of hyperperceptions would lead to friction in a relationship. But, I mean, obviously, there were some times where that was true, but more often than not, we saw the opposite.